So the news broke yesterday that Tshwane's mayor for 7 days, Dr Murunwa Makwarela, had been disqualified as a councillor and mayor due to his unrehabilitated insolvency dating back to 2016. So currently, the capital city is without a speaker, which of course is Dr Makwarela's previous position, and a mayor, which is his current position that he's just lost. Council is due to meet this week to try and resolve the matter. Dr Makwarela's party is COPE. They've confirmed today that he did actually declare his insolvency status to them. They're now going to investigate how he slipped through the vetting process. And I'm joined now by COPE spokesperson Dennis Bloem. Mr. Bloem, thank you so much for joining us. Your press statement says he did, in fact, share that he was declared insolvent in 2016. Before I continue, of course, let me just remind everyone that you're sitting in the dark because of load shedding. This is our current reality. We're going to proceed anyway. So COPE is now aware that he did declare that he had become insolvent back in 2016. How did this matter slip through the party vetting process?
No, good evening, Sally, and good evening to the viewers. Let me explain our process when it comes to candidates' nominations. It starts with the constituency, and then it goes to the province. The province then sent electronically the list, nomination list, candidates list, then to the IEC, where the national executive is coming in, is when we are then paying the amount of money to the IEC for the list. It's where we are paying. Now, the vetting and everything is being done at a provincial level.
Provincial level, sorry, just to clarify, provincial level by your party?
Yeah, a COPE provincial level.
Okay.
The Congress National Committee on provincial level are doing the screening, the vetting of all the candidates.
So how did that fall through? What went wrong?
No, that's why we are saying, Sally, we are going to investigate, because we are also very, very much shocked. We don't know how did Dr. Makwarela. He was honest to indicate that he was insolvent in 2016. You have not hidden it from us. You have declared it, and it was for the provincial list or election committee to be open and disqualified him at that time.
Sure. Can I just check, did he on that form say that in fact though he'd been rehabilitated and then show, because I think it's a court order to show that you've been rehabilitated, or did he simply say that he went insolvent in 2016?
No, there's no talks of rehabilitation. He only ticked the box that is asking, were you ever sequestrated? And he ticked that box. There is no question of rehabilitation. So that is out. We have not asked him that question. He was not supposed to answer that question. This question of what you are asking now of the certificate of rehabilitation comes in now and not at that time.
Has he given you a certificate to prove that he's been rehabilitated?
No, we don't have any certificate. But let me indicate to you, Sally, this afternoon, Dr. Makwarela, lawyers, his legal team, sent a letter to the municipal manager to say to the municipal manager that Dr. Makwarela have asked for time for him to produce the certificate of rehabilitation before Friday or on Friday. So we also don't have that certificate. We are also waiting for that certificate to see that certificate.
What I don't understand is why he doesn't literally have a PDF on his phone of that certificate, because once you've been rehabilitated, my understanding is that then you then have access to various credits, and that's really important to get back into business once you've gone insolvent. I would imagine that's something he keeps at his fingertips. What is your understanding as to why he doesn't have an immediate copy of that certificate to give you?
Well, Sally, that question, it's only Dr. Makwarela that can respond to that question. Well, he have said today through his lawyers that tomorrow or Friday he will produce that certificate, a rehabilitation certificate. We are also waiting. But Sally, this thing that we are talking about, it's not only the Congress of the People that must answer this type of questions. We also want to know, how was it possible that Dr. Makwarela slipped through the vetting or screening of the IEC and even the screening and vetting of the municipality itself. Now, that is questions that we also want to ask, and we want answers to that questions. We will do our own investigation as the Congress of the People on the slip in or slip through of Dr. Makwarela. But the IEC must also respond and answer to these questions. The council itself, you know, Sally, that Dr. Makwarela, since November 2021, he was the Speaker of the legislature. Now, how come that he is all the time sitting there without, as they claim now, the municipal manager is claiming, without a rehabilitation certificate?
Yeah.
How was it possible?
No, fair enough, but the reality is, Mr. Bloem, the problem started with COPE's vetting process. You guys dropped the ball. You can't really point a finger at two other institutions for dropping the ball after you. I mean, for example, have you run a credit check on him? If you ran a credit check on him today, would it show that he's still blacklisted? Would it show that there's a problem with indebtedness, etc.? Have you done that as a party since this scandal broke?
No, Sally, let me correct and answer you. I'm sure that you are sitting with our statement there. We are very open and we are very transparent in our statement. We never blame anybody. This is just questions that we want. We are taking the blame, and we are very clear that we are a law-abiding organization.
All right.
We will never do things that is illegal.
Okay.
I want to clarify.
So what you're saying is that it is an honest oversight, and if indeed he cannot prove that he has been successfully rehabilitated, will you boot him from the party?
Sally, we are waiting for that certificate. But we are saying there's law and order in this country. The law must take its course. If the municipality or the municipal manager don't see that certificate, obviously Dr. Makwarela can't sit in the council. It's not even necessary for the Congress of the People to withdraw him. That is law. The law must take its course. That's it. We cannot a force to have Dr. Makwarela in the council if there is a cloud hanging over his head. It's as simple as that.
I hear you. So he said he's going to produce that certificate Thursday, Friday. My understanding is that on Friday there's a council meeting. I wonder if you could explain to me in terms of what is going to happen in the Tshwane Metro. What is the process now? Because, there's a bit of a vacuum. We have no speaker, no mayor at the moment. Should he produce that document? Does he stay mayor? Does he get reinstated? Is there a whole new election process that has to happen? What is your understanding of the state of play in terms of what the council has to do now?
Up until now, Sally, Dr. Makwarela is still the mayor of Tshwane.
How so? Because he's been disqualified. Sorry, I just want to jump in there. He's been disqualified by the IEC because the city manager sent a letter saying we have no documents to prove that he's been rehabilitated after his insolvency. Therefore, the IEC is confirming that he's out.
But Sally, I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
Today, Dr. Makwarela's legal team sent a letter to the IEC and to the municipal manager to say that Dr. Makwarela have asked for grace, that he will produce this certificate, rehabilitation certificate, before Friday or on Friday. Now, let us wait up until Friday. If that certificate is not there, then automatically Dr. Makwarela can't sit there as the mayor of Tshwane. As simple as that.
All right. Thank you so much for chatting to us this evening. That, of course, is COPE spokesperson Dennis Bloem, just explaining the way forward regarding the Tshwane